Hi guys. So today I'm going to be reviewing Season 5, Episode 7, Dawn of Destruction. I am so sorry, but I know I'm gonna butcher your name. Requested by Parisa, Reaz. I'm just saying it how a voiceover says it, which, by the way, you guys haven't heard voiceover because I have the speech off.
Speech on.
So like if
One face, large face, face near bottom left edge.
If I keep moving the camera.
0 faces, one face, large face, face near bottom left edge.
Yeah.
Speech off.
That would get really annoying, so that's why I keep the speech off. And that's how voiceover says your name, so if that's wrong, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I hate butchering names, but I do it all the time. So, Dawn of Destruction is one of my favorites, and let's just say the ending hit me hard until I watched the rest of the season, because I watched that episode and then took a break, which was probably not smart, so I was freaking out. I'm like, is the edge gone? Like, why? There's a whole nother season. Why is the edge gone now? But nope, it's not. So, it starts off when Fish Legs is looking for Hiccup and he goes in his hut, and Hiccup has some metal scraps covered in cloth, I believe, and Fish Legs is like arguing with himself whether or not he should look at them, which I find funny. And then Snotlout scares him and they both hear weapons, and the twins are intensely watching Hiccup and Astrid go against each other with Inferno and Astrid's axe. And Astrid ends up winning because she tosses Hiccup over her shoulder, and Toothless laughs, which I find funny. And then Fish Legs tells Hiccup that Johan is there, and he and Astrid go to meet Johan at the dock. And Johan didn't have what Hiccup wanted for his quote-unquote secret project. And so Johan gives them a map to get what Hiccup needed. Some sort of oil. I don't remember what all it was. So Hiccup and Astrid went on a little, basically, vacation. And the twins and Snotlout are feeling jealous because Hiccup and Astrid are not spending enough time with them, with the group. They're spending time with each other. And one of the things I like is Tough Nut says, so does anyone want to look through their belongings while they're gone? And I think either everyone there was silent or nobody was there at all. I don't know for sure. So, then at the island, Hiccup and Astrid are worried that they are doing what they're saying, not spending enough time with the group, spending a lot of time alone. And then Astrid tells Hiccup she loves how sensitive he is, and she said it makes him a great leader, I think a great friend, and then she hesitates and says a great boyfriend. So then they go on a moonlit flight, which reminded me a lot of the first movie, which I really liked. So then back at the edge, the twins, Fish Legs, and Snotlout are sleeping, and all of a sudden fireballs rain down. And they realize that wild Singe-tails are trying to take over the edge. And late Fish Legs and Snotlout realize that there are people riding the Singe Tails, and the people have whips, and they're hitting them with the whips to make them fire. And I honestly don't agree with that, like I said in my review of Season 5. But that's what they were doing. And then Fish Legs got knocked off of Meat Lug by a fireball, and Vigo told Krogan that it appeared to be Ingerman, which those of you that don't know is Fish Legs' last name. And Krogan got on his Singe Tail, which his is different than the others. I'm not entirely sure why, but Fish Legs runs into a cave and realizes he knows that cave. It's the cave with the albino night terrors, and he finds Dark Varg and tries to get Dark Varg to help. So he tries to get on Dark Varg, and he can't move because Fish Legs is quite heavy. And Dark Varg is a lot smaller than Meat Lug, so I don't even think he could lift himself off the ground. But I think Meat Lug was trying to distract Krogan, and he called her a worthless gronkle. I don't quite remember how, but I think she was trying to keep him from finding Fish Legs, and I thought that was funny. Meat Lug may not be my favorite of all of them, but I like a lot of the things she does. Then Hiccup and Astrid come back and apologize because the island is under attack, but honestly, I love how seriously Snotlout and the twins took it. I mean, sometimes Tough Nut would get a little off track, but they've really grown up, because like before they would waste all the monstrous nightmare gel, and when the island is really under attack and Hiccup and Astrid aren't there, I love how seriously they take it nowadays. Then Hiccup sees Krogan and realizes he knows him, and they are still under attack by the Singe Tails to the point where they have to retreat, and Hiccup decides to retreat, but he keeps looking back at his hut, and he decides to go back down to the burning island, and with a little bit of hesitation tells Toothless to blast his hut, and he plasma blasted it and it exploded basically. And that caught me way off guard because I thought the edge was gone for good, but then they left the burning edge and they are on Mala's island, and Hiccup tells them that the reason he had Toothless blast his hut is because there were things in there that were too important for the hunters to see. And Fish Legs happened to save Hiccup's metal stash and realized that Hiccup was building a second dragon eye, which I cannot wait to see in Season 6. Because at the end of Wings of War Part 2, it was almost finished, and we didn't see it anymore. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that in Season 6. And Mala tells them that they can stay as long as they need to because of what happened. So, what I am thinking, now that we know Traitor Johann is a traitor, I think he made Hiccup and Astrid leave on purpose. He didn't have the oil on purpose, so he could make them leave on purpose. And so the Flyers could go in and attack the edge. Like, that's what I forgot. he did something in season 5, like I said in my season 5 review, that I forgot. That's the detail I forgot. And in, what is that episode called? Oh, Sins of the Past. He frequently messed things up. I wonder why. 'Cause he's a traitor. He even did mention that he was a traitor in that episode. But, so yeah, that is Dawn of Destruction. I hope you enjoyed this review. And let me know down in the comments what you thought of this episode. And every once in a while, I'm gonna start doing something that I really enjoy doing. So I'm gonna do it with a lot of my subscribers. I'm going to, every once in a while, ask a trivia question that is How to Train Your Dragon related. Sometimes it'll be quotes, sometimes it'll be species, classes, whatever. But just so you people know, I am very picky. I like the quote to be exactly correct. So like Abby Burton, who requested Blindsided, if she messes up one word on a quote, I will correct her, because it bugs me. Because I rely so heavily on listening that I want that quote that someone says to be perfect. It's just a pet peeve of mine. So, I'm going to start with something easy, and you cannot use the internet to look this up. I don't know how I'll be able to tell you're not doing that, but how many shots does Toothless have? What is Toothless's shot limit? So yeah, that's my review of Dawn of Destruction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.